All
Recording,
right.
going live in the Fitty Fitty Facebooks.
Fitty fitty Facebook.
Fitty Facebooks. Good
Oh,
morning, everybody. I think we're probably live at this point. Oh,
awesome.
it's still kind of starting. And yes, we are. Awesome. All right, good morning, guys. It's Mark and Jason this morning, Goo and Deeds.
What
How
up,
are you doing this
everybody?
morning?
I'm here. Happy
Happy
Monday.
Monday. Happy Monday. Got the coffee
Yeah,
going.
man. I did. I
Hmm.
went for a walk and got some Starbucks for myself this morning. Happy Monday. Happy belated Father's Day.
Happy
Um,
Father's Day to you, too.
Thank you. I'm still minus the half of my other portion of my family, but they're doing all right.
Sorry, I'm trying to kill a bug. There's a wasp floating up around my head, just far enough away. But
Nice.
yeah.
Looking sharp today, dude. Did you get it?
Thank you. I didn't. No, he got far enough away. He's just chilling up there on the ceiling, waiting for me to slap him later. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. But yeah, I like your shirt too. Very nice. I love the zero that color. That's just cool. It's like the sunset just goes right
Yeah, it looks
across.
sharp. I
It is
can't
sharp.
wear white. I can't wear white though because within I don't know, usually 2 hours I already have it goofed up.
Sure.
Um, yeah. So, but it looks great. Your shirt looks great too, by the way. It's
Thank
funny.
you.
Um,
Careful with the
you
coffee.
yeah, you and I both barely wear white, but it's funny that we're both rocking it today. That's great.
It is. Yeah.
I chose the zero today because we are going to be announcing the winner for the zero giveaway later this afternoon, this morning, whatever.
Awesome. Cool.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for the word to say what's up, and I can't wait to let everybody know.
That's awesome.
Um,
That's awesome.
I can't
Yeah,
believe,
it's a big deal, man. They're giving away what, a zero pure, zero micro,
yeah,
and all that
it's
to
like
help out one lucky subscriber.
Yeah, it's like $2,800 value almost, and 27 and some change, something like that. And
Awesome.
it's amazing. My first setup was the Pure, and it changed how I looked at window cleaning a little bit,
Hmm.
and it made me want to tackle bigger projects. So I can't wait to find out to let you guys find out who's gonna take home this awesome system. And the poll is amazing. The micro is what I rock. I have now. I grabbed that same blue that is actually about to be given away to take home with me because I love it so much, man. It just looks
Yeah,
so sharp. And
it is.
I hope the winner really loves both. That pole's just where it's at. Fits behind the bed of your truck or whatever, man.
It's
It's
short too, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and for a guy, I'm not a very tall person either, so it's a great pull. And it's like I said,
Hmm.
it's my go-to. Um, but yeah, man. So let's chat, dude. It's been a minute.
It's been a while. I've been sick as shit. I mean, I've been sick like a dog for a while. I've been having a lot of lower GI intestinal problems, which means you don't eat much. It means you don't have much strength. It means you feel like a piece of crap because you're always weak and tired. So I've been just being careful, getting healthy the last week or so. Last couple of days anyway, I've been making a very good progress. So I'm going to keep that going. I'm eating a lot more healthier foods. I'm going from 6 hours and 50 minutes of sleep a night to like 8 hours solid a night. So
Oh,
I
I
guess,
wish I'm a
yeah.
little envious of that, buddy.
Well, me too. It's my average for the last year is like six hours and 43 minutes. So now I've been sleeping about 7 hours and 59 minutes. So I'm not complaining at all because I need the sleep. The sleep is where your brain can flush
Yeah.
out all its chemicals and rewire itself and get happy for the morning. So that's good. So I'm feeling a lot better. I'm glad to see you've made it to Colorado and you're healthy and your trip. How was that trip? What was some of your highlights of that drive that you did across America here?
Um, there was a bunch of stuff, man. Obviously, like I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. I've never really done
Oh, sure.
much traveling,
Hmm.
but seeing just everything so green, seeing different I don't know, man. I've been a desert dweller forever.
Sure.
The different mountains, different animals, like bright birds, just nature in general.
Hmm.
It rained I think for a stretch of like about 8 or 9, 10 days straight wherever I was at. It didn't
Hmm.
matter where I was at, but in 10 days, I think it rained for a little bit, at least once a day. Um, So that was pretty cool. It's obviously not something that we see that I get all the time. Um, in
Yeah, you've been on
um,
the desert with a horse with no name in Phoenix there.
yeah. I think the day before I left was one of the best sunsets I got. I had, when you're traveling also too, a lot of times you don't really pay attention to which direction you're at, north, south, east, or west. But
Sure.
when you're home, you know exactly where the sun rises and sun sets.
Yep.
Well, I wake up one morning, one of the last mornings, and the sun is rising, and I got some great pictures. That was pretty awesome. Um, you know what was dope, dude? Fucking
Huh.
Mike Nichols and where Zane lived, dude. I love that spot.
Yeah.
It's great. The town in Arkansas, Fort Smith, that we did a bunch of work in. It's pretty righteous. I dig it. It had its own vibe. It had its own feel. It had like kind of like, I don't want to say hipster, but it had some really cool artwork. It had history, bro. Like I could feel that shit. You know what I mean? It was like
Nice.
it was really cool. Um my uncle's house in Asheville was insane. Asheville had like, well, I guess it was hurricane, or what was it? Just last month, or last not last month. 8 months ago or something, last August maybe.
Uh-huh.
And to see like how the water just came through and messed up, a bunch of the structure was pretty wild. But to see where my uncle lived, he's kind of more uppity, not, but his house, how do I say this, he's a well-traveled person who liked really nice things, and he like had sprawling house in Phoenix and nice stuff, and now he lives on top of a mountain in his tiny little house, and it's absolutely adorable and just cool. So just seeing how the other half live, in different cities. And when I say other half, I don't mean other half. I mean like,
Other
other
people.
window cleaners live
Mhm.
and what they do too. And um, Mike Matthews, bro, in Crossville, like, his backyard was like a creek. It
Nice.
was, yeah, it was like, I don't know, man.
That's
Just,
America, man. Everything's
yeah.
different everywhere.
Well,
That's pretty awesome.
you've had the opportunity and the fortunate been fortunate enough to do a lot of traveling, and you and I are going to break some more of that stuff down, and you've got some projects you're working on. But at 46, almost 47 years old, to finally be seeing some of this stuff, I felt almost ashamed that I didn't do this sooner. Does that make any sense? Like,
Oh yeah.
okay, I felt like,
Yeah.
uh I'm like, my eyes are open for some reason. I don't know.
Well,
But
we're all stuck in our own bubble, in our own world, in our own spot geographically, where we live, and all we know is our, 45 miles around the house type deal. A lot of people don't get up and pack up and leave and go do fun things or travel. You probably put on like 2,000 miles of driving,
oh,
from
I did over
there you go.
three. I did over 3,000 and some change. With
Nice. Did you have the unlimited mileage on that rental?
I did,
Cool, because they'll get you. You got
yeah.
300 miles and then $1.15 a mile after
And
that would have been like, holy shit.
yeah, and now I may be even renting another car to get back home, so I can ensure that I get the Atom system that
Oh,
I was
sure.
fortunate enough to get, to make sure it gets home safely.
Yep.
Fortunately, my brother Nate is in town. He came up with his wife, and they'll be here till Friday, and they have a big truck. They may be able to get it home, but they're bringing some furniture and stuff too, so we'll see.
Cool. Luckily, the Atom is compact and travelable, so it should have no problem.
Yeah, exactly. That was the reason behind, that was the method behind the madness. That, and I'm getting old, and lugging around the Max Plus is a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
But
this gets a
it's,
little heavy when it's that big. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and getting it in the back of my truck, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40, that's for sure. But you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome. It was really cool to follow along with your travels and the photos you were posting, all that stuff. The Children's Hospital was a really nice perk. It was really cool to see the guys, putting a smile on the faces of the kids, dressing up like superheroes and stuff. Must have been a really great time for you. That's awesome.
It was really, I'll be honest with you too. And you asked about one of my favorite things. That might have been it. too. In order to put a little bow on top of this trip, um, Gary Craneshaw, Heart of America, really helped do that. I was able to tour his office and his shop and see how he treated his employees and how his employees treated one another.
Hmm.
That's important, I think. And it was really cool. I really, it was awesome. Like you could see the passion for the window cleaning, for the business, and it was cool to be able to help those dudes out. And you know, Zero and WCR and Maker made sure that I think every single employee that day walked away with some cool swag. So
Awesome.
that made me feel awesome too.
Four
So
window cleaners, two window cleaners. That's cool.
yeah, it was dope. And
That's cool.
I watched how, that operation was run, and they put out shit. We did three different buildings. They took me to three different buildings that day,
Hmm.
and we were able to shoot and film and get some neat shots. And then actually, I there was some wild stuff that happened in between in between jobs. There's a medical emergency that happened, and like the whole day was just filled with emotion, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I talk about trying to be present and, you know, remind myself that I'm right where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be. But a lot of times my heart and my head and my brain tell me I need to go somewhere else. And that day was just a real big reminder that I'm always where I'm supposed to be. And sometimes, even though I want to get anxious, just be still. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Uh,
Yep.
So, I mean, you know a little bit about that. I think I told you a little bit about that. Maybe another day I'll cover it. I'm not sure I'm ready to go into that one, but
Sure. Yeah. No
um,
problem.
uh, yeah, that day was pretty rad. Um,
Awesome.
Margaritaville, a brand new building, that was cool.
Yep. Morning,
So,
Mark Tanner.
Mr. Tanner, what is up, bro?
Good morning,
Happy
Mr.
Monday.
Squeegee Life Action. Happy birthday, bud.
Whose birthday is it?
No, I lied. I thought you said happy birthday. I'm like, happy birthday. It'll be my
Oh,
birthday. It's my very, very, very end birthday. How's that?
there you go.
364 of those.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, everything's good. I'm glad to see you've made it on this trip. You seem to be in great shape, great spirits. You got to see your kiddo, spend the day with the kid yesterday. That's flipping
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so my son Chase lives in Arvada, which is like 30 miles outside of Denver.
Mhm.
And he called the other day and was like, "Hey, I'm taking you out." So my other son Julian, who is here, um, Chase's fiance, and my cousin and my cousin's daughter went out to grab a slice at Atomic Cowboy. It's one of my favorite pizza joints in Denver Biscuit Company. It's right on
Neat.
Colfax. It's a crazy fun district down here. But their slices are bomb. Fat Sully's Pizza. It's all like three restaurants in one. So
Nice.
you can always get your fix on. And I totally did that yesterday.
That's cool.
You went and saw a movie yesterday with the fam?
Yeah, I went to see How to Train Your Dragon. So we got to see the live action movie of that. I think it's better than the animated one. So I've seen all two or three of those, and
Yeah.
it was a good flick. It was good. They had Gerard Butler. He played the dad, so it was kind of funny to see. Damn, he's getting older. Damn, I'm getting older. It was a good flick. So take your kids to see it if you got some time this week. It's a good wholesome fire breathing movie. It's real nice.
Fire breathing.
Yeah. But Father's Day was nice. Got to spend the day with the kids. Got some stuff cleaning around the garage and just dad stuff. It was nice. It was really cool. What'd you guys do? Or go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, anything else big happened this weekend? Anything
Uh,
fun?
no, just knocking out some gutters and just waiting for this week. I've got a couple jobs lined up that we got some weird weather coming, so I've got to try and schedule them out before Friday because this weekend I'm going to be hanging with the kids again this weekend. So a lot of fun stuff going on. We're entering the summer, so I'm very worried, or have been worried, that it's going to kind of slow down and kind of mellow out. But the phone's still ringing. I'm still able to send those estimates out, so I'm not like in panic mode at all. But
Yeah.
I definitely need to start getting more active on like the local Facebook pages and stuff. Like, hey, just a reminder. I can clean your windows. Let's get it done. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's the slower season summer is right around the corner. So fingers crossed that the damn phone will keep ringing.
It's hit for us. And because I haven't been home, I haven't been as diligent on messaging and doing things.
Mhm.
So I need to get on that a little bit more this week. I still haven't decided on when I'm actually going home yet.
Sure.
Um, there's still two things on my agenda that I really want to and need to accomplish while I'm here. One of them is going to happen on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I could possibly leave as early as Thursday of this week and head back home, or I could wait until Monday of next week, or even fly back on next Friday. But I just
Mhm.
assume like after is after Wednesday's meeting or a thing that I'm trying to accomplish, then I know I'll have a better idea of when I'm ready to go home. So. But
Nice.
I definitely got to get back on those on the local calls and set some more work up for Billy. We do have a couple of gigs this week, um, two towers and a restaurant, so that'll be good. But yeah, got to get some resi work in for him while I'm out here.
Yeah, definitely. Staying
I'm,
busy is a good thing.
I may try and go bang on some doors while I'm here. Actually, I just the neighborhood I'm in is great. That's old historic homes, and I might just go, bang, 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 bang.
Bang bang. Nice. Get a couple jobs in there. Get some happy windows, happy customers.
Yeah, usually my cousin is kind enough to just throw out a post in one of the forums or something like that,
Hmm.
and I can typically find something, but uh, I'm kind of on vacation mode right now. I feel like I just did a bunch of shit in 17 days straight and sitting around, you know, and I'm also,
Decompress. Yeah.
yeah, I am decompressing. And I'll be honest too, Mark, we were talking about sleep a little earlier.
Mhm.
I'm all fucked up on my sleep schedule right now. And it's really making me feel a little off.
Sure.
And I have, like you were saying, like low energy and like, I don't know, man. I feel like a bum. I've just been kind of sitting around and not wanting to do anything since I got here because I'm so freaking tired. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
I'm hoping that that wears off soon, and it'll be cool. Like I said, my brother Nate is in town today, so the three amigos, me and my brother Nate and my brother Jimmy, and half
Awesome.
of our kids together, should be good. Um, you know, I told you a little bit, but my brother Jimmy went through some serious strife in December. He lost his wife, and it's kind of makes you rethink about a lot of things. You know what I mean? So
Sure. Yep.
um, it's been it's been a wild 6 months since then, and you know, but we're all here, and we're all here to celebrate each other, and I'm happy that we're spending this Monday together.
That is cool. Yeah. Cherish that time. 'Cause I got a brother who lives in Maryland. Got another brother who lives in New York. So I really only see those guys once or twice a year. So,
Yeah.
cherish the time you get to spend with them because, we're not getting any
Let me
younger.
I'm going to say something else real quick too. Speaking of brothers, we have some brothers in our industry that I want to give a shout out to.
Shout it
Um,
out.
yeah, Squeegee Tom's really great about keeping us all dialed in,
Yep.
giving us a shout out this morning. So it's 5:30 Denver time, and I get a shout out from my old boy, and thanks for keeping it real, Sean. You as well. Damien, I know. So Damien, I know, went to the Jelly Roll and Post Malone concert last night. So I'm not surprised I haven't heard from him this morning.
Oh, yeah. It was a long
But
night, no doubt.
yeah, so he and I are supposed to grab some dinner tonight. Maybe he'll hit me up and maybe we go sling some subs. I don't know, shit. But we have plans for dinner tonight, which will be fun. Yeah, but I just want to say thanks to everybody in the community. Also, thanks for all the people that entered, bro. Like,
Yeah, we got a lot of happy entrants. A lot of people want to win that giveaway. That was great. That's awesome.
I may or may not have heard that may be the largest entry giveaway that Zero's had so far. So that's pretty dope. Um,
Nice.
You
Well,
know,
big shout out to WCR and Zero. Without without their help,
yeah.
without their support and their frickin' you can do it attitude, we owe a lot to those guys. Those guys do a lot for the industry. They're top notch, top
Well, and
class.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest, see, they opened so many for me personally, they opened my eyes to how many different things that there are involved in window cleaning, right? And
Mhm.
I just want to say thanks for that. We all do something that sometimes people consider menial or whatever, but it's given me a lot, and it's window cleaning's afforded me um, some cool things, and I'm thankful to be a part of this industry. And the more and more that I continue to get involved with this industry, the more and more great men and women I meet.
Mhm.
When I was giving a shout out to Squeegee Tom, it's because I love that dude, man. He's the best. You know what I mean? And Sean Hart, another mentor, and some of these dudes, and Mike Nichols. I mean, bro, you know what I mean?
Yep.
There's great men and women in this industry, and some of them are behind the scenes doing other things too.
Sure.
Lacey, the editor at American Window Cleaner magazine, she's opened my eyes in different avenues. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There's so many different ways that we can continue to grow as men and women through this industry. So I'm excited to continue to keep growing, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's a it's a really good profession. You go to work at McDonald's, you can go start your own landscaping business, you can be a window cleaner. There are a lot of options in life people get to choose. And window cleaning, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, getting outside all day, dealing with customers, getting a suntan. There's not many jobs out there where you can do that and enjoy it. Window cleaning has its own perk. You get the benefit of seeing the before and after, like dirty as hell versus clean. You get the self pride and confidence in like I clean the shit out of those windows.
Yeah, yeah. So that's one of those things too. It's like when you see it before and after or something like that, and you tackle your largest project. Some
Hmm.
people enjoy the fact of when they get their biggest paycheck ever or something like that. But the satisfaction thing when you step back and you look at something and you can say with pride, I did that.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
badass feeling.
it is. And then you think back to the teachers who are like, hey, pay attention, stop looking out the window. It's like, well, I'm just staring out there at my future profession. I want to make sure that window's clean. Kidding. It's like a high school guy. But yeah, it's a very rewarding, very nice profession. So window cleaning, who'd have thunk it?
Yep.
But
Well, you got any plans for the rest of the week? I mean, anything you need to
the rest
tackle,
of the
get
week,
off your chest?
I got 4 days in the chair. So I'm going to be hanging out, from 9 to 3, telling drivers where to drive, and then 3 o'clock going to work. I got the 4 hours after every day to do it. Kind of sucks because it's 90 something degrees, but as long as I drink enough water, get all that crap done, no problems. This week, I got a checklist of stuff I'm trying to work off of. I've got a
Yes, you
couple,
do.
yeah, I've got a big project that I'm working on, and I am writing more. So, my whole walk, I did this walk across America a while ago, and every couple months or every couple of years, I'll bring out the computer and start writing another chapter and set it back down because life happens. You get sick or, you're having issues, you got to get to work. But recently, because I've been sick, I've brought the computer back out and I'm doing more outline and I'm actually putting words on paper. So, very excited about that because
I'm
it's
excited for it too,
a huge
buddy.
story. I gotta get off my chest, and it's freaking hilarious. I mean, if uh, if I'm able to tell my story before I pass and gone, next year, 20 years from now, I just got to do it. So I want to share my story with you guys. I want to get it down for the kids and just get it out there. So I appreciate your support, and I'll have some rough chapters or two for you guys for you to read anyway. Give me some feedback.
Yeah, man. I think that's the first time you said that out loud.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've tried to get you to say it out loud on a couple of occasions. I've kind of like tried to
it's a long
try.
story. That's my thing. Is
Well,
once I
I
get
get
going,
that. I get
it's like.
that. But I've been waiting for you to tell everybody, look, man,
I did something.
I've
I did some
mentioned it.
awesome. Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
it was crazy. Yeah, basically, I'll jump into it real quick. Back when I was 24, 25, did a long walk across America from New York, DC, Richmond, Florida, Texas, Colorado, San Diego, and then I did another walk from San Francisco up to Eureka. That took 3 weeks. Um, I've been sitting on the story and just casually writing every couple of years and it's getting stuff out there, but life always gets in the way, and I always have, I guess it's more of a confidence. Like nobody wants to hear my story. Nobody cares about the time I was almost bit by a snake, or almost hit by a car, or struck by lightning, or fuck the guy was gonna, put me in a hole and make me put moisturizing lotion on my skin. And so it's more like, you know what, that is funny. You know, that did happen. Holy crap, I got to share that because while I was walking, there was like two things I was thinking. One, I've got to write this and sell it to Netflix. You know, like it would be a really cool show if they followed a
Who
guy that
would
was
play
walking.
you?
Who would put? Well, of course me. No, I would get. I don't even know. Shit. Now that
Hold
I'll
on,
probably have.
finish. Do it. Let's
Yeah,
keep going before
yeah,
we go into that. I'll ask that later.
yeah. But anyway, so then I'm thinking, you know what I should do? I should do MMA. You know, if I can carry this JS backpack and just walk all day, just let me in the ring and hit the bell and let me bite somebody's ear off or something. But I never did that. Obviously. Um, the funny part is that I had a guy following me on my walk the whole way who was an Army veteran who was doing the same kind of walk, except for he had an RV, he had a support vehicle, he had your branded dog that got the people support, and he had like a whole crew of people behind him and stuff.
Yeah.
So a small story is my first day of the walk, I'm walking out of town, going through the country to get to a campsite. This lady stops in front of me and blares on the horn, scares the shit out of me, right? Because I'm listening to music. She gets out of her car. She's got 2 bags of groceries. She goes, "Here you go." I'm like, well, "What's this for?" She goes, "Well, it's for you and you guys walking." I was like, "Well, it's just me. What am I gonna?" So I looked in the bag and there was like 3 apples. There was a Sky bar. There was just a whole bunch of candy and stuff, and it was like 3 pounds. So I had to tell the lady, thank you. Took a bunch of the stuff, thanked her, was on my way, and then started walking, and I started crying because the emotion that knowing that some lady had saw me on the news that morning that I was doing a walk, walking down to Florida and beyond, and she gave me that stuff, and it let me know that there's great people out there. There's angels all across America that are going to look out for me and help me do my path. God has set me on a mission to do something awesome, and he's sending angels along my way. So in life, you're going to get people who are out to cut you down or mess you up, and that's life, man. That's an obstacle, but God is also going to send you people to champion you up, to support you, to breathe fire into your life. So look for those angels in your everyday work. It could be the customer who calls, whose husband just passed away, and they need window cleaning, or maybe it's a friend you haven't talked to in a couple of years that really wants to hear your voice, or you need to hear theirs. Go ahead and don't forget to say I love you to people. Tell people how you feel, because you could get hit by a car the next day. You could, something could terrible could happen. So every day is a gift, guys, and use it wisely.
You just made you just filled my heart with joy. Like you just
Thank
said everything. Like that's what we're trying to encapsulate in this these morning conversations.
you.
You just filled me with emotion and joy because you're right.
Cool.
There are people out there. There a lot of times we don't even know them yet. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And
Yeah.
I'm seriously, I'm so overwhelmed with joy with the words that you just spoke. You're
Well,
eloquent
thanks.
and amazing, dude. And that's the kind of shit that when you put down on paper, it is gonna
And
make
that's
people
it.
happy, and it is gonna
And
make
so
people happy. So keep on going, bro.
thank you. So I'm gonna get the story down, but I'm gonna have to change the names, the dates, the places, and kind of like weave it around so it makes more
Yeah,
sense. I don't want to embarrass the lady who thought she was gonna marry Jesus Christ and then the second coming was gonna happen. I'm gonna put her in like Carolinas instead of wherever she was located.
yeah.
But I've got so many people, so many stories that I want to share because a lot of people helped me out. They brought me a bag of groceries, or they did my laundry, let me sleep in their backyard. There
It's
are good
those
people
angels, bro.
everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
those angels. And you
Yep.
know what? There's angels in our industry too. And
Yes.
that's the other thing too that we are finding out.
Hmm. There's a lot of people out there, zero WCR. They're the angels for window cleaners. They are using their gifts and their business to help elevate, push other window cleaners, and help everyone move forward, and providing education materials, giveaways. They're doing awesome shit like that to really inspire and help other guys grow. So keep following, follow us, Goo and Deeds. Check out
Yeah.
WCR. Join the Pro Window Cleaning page. If you're on here, you're already on there. But I mean, support other window cleaners. If you see
Yes.
a guy struggling cleaning a window, pull over and stop and talk to him. Don't throw your milkshake at the glass. Go help the guy out or something. But yeah, I mean, it's a great industry. We're all, it takes a certain kind of individual to stand in front of a window all day long and get like blazed with the sun and stuff. It's sometimes it's a thankless job until the end of the day you get that check you're waving around, but it's a rewarding industry, and I want to thank all the angels and you, Jason, for you're one of them. You're just constantly motivating, moving forward, pushing, and inspiring guys to do better. So that's what this page is about, man. It's about not trying to measure each other's squeegee length. We're out here to all help each other. Just keep your hands off my squeegee type deal.
Fuck yeah, dude. Deej,
Yes.
you're the best.
Oh, thanks,
Any,
Jason.
you seriously, that's why we do this shit.
Yep.
And it makes me so proud to be riding this. There's a wave above me, but to be
Uh,
riding this wave with you, buddy.
well, I
Like,
appreciate you, Jason.
yeah, and I appreciate you too. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and when we get, the support of the people and our friends, and create your own environment too, guys. Like,
Mhm.
we're just two ding dongs who got on a page and started sharing some stories and whatnot. But we found our community, and we're trying to help you find yours too. So if you want to be a part, just keep following Goo and Deeds, and we'll roll with you.
Yeah. Good morning, Damien. Damien's popping on saying good morning. How was hope Jelly Roll was awesome.
Yeah,
That's
man. I
got to be a
hope it kicked
crazy ass
ass.
concert. Yeah.
Yeah, Jelly
I
Roll and Post Malone.
yeah, that's tight. That's awesome. We had Metallica and Pantera here last night in Houston.
Oh
So I'm
damn.
like, honey, can I have $400 for what? You want to go see Metallica and Pantera minus Dimebag Daryl? No. I said, damn it. So that would have been awesome. But yeah, it was a lot of my Father's Day price range for that. But Jelly Roll,
Yeah.
Post Malone, that's pretty awesome. That's a nice combination there.
Yeah. Hey, Damien, I'm gonna give you a holler later on so we can figure out the time and whatever we're gonna do for dinner. But I'm looking forward to it. Couple more shout outs real quick since we got off topic real quick. Bill Sloan, my guy, thank you for taking care of everything in Phoenix.
Thank you,
John
Billy.
Magdos, yeah, thank you. John Magdos, thank you for being you, buddy. Uh, who else? You know what? I'm gonna give Chris Lambrinides a shout out. It's been a hot minute. Give me a holler.
Yeah. Thank you,
um,
Chris. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex, for getting everything taken care of and dialed in for me while I was there, and for having all the answers to products that we always need. And yeah, man. And thank you to Kaylee at Zero. She's going to get everybody what they really want to know, and that's who the winner is for
Yes.
the giveaway. So,
Fingers
we'll,
crossed.
yeah, we'll,
Somebody awesome out there is going to win something really cool today.
hell yeah. Well, we're gonna do that, I think, in the next couple hours. So stay tuned,
Awesome.
guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, I guess, Deeds. I'll give
Yeah.
you a
Yeah.
holler this afternoon, and we'll see what's up.
Yes, we will. You have a wonderful day, Jason. Make sure to change your rubbers, guys.
I hope
Have
your
a great
passion
day.
bucket's full.
Yep.
I know
Well,
mine is.
yes. Well, you have a great day, Jason. I will talk with you later. We're going to end this live. Thanks, window cleaners. Go ahead and squeeze some glass today. Get some jobs done. Return your phone calls.
Yeah, man. Stay up and stay gold. Deeds, you're the best, bro.
Thanks, Jason. And we're ending. Boom. Cool. Ending. Boom.